Sup nerds, today we have Yellow Hybrid versus Gammamon Tribal. We lost the die roll, so Gammamon went first, hatched, evoed into Gammamon, played hero from hand. We hatch our Coromon, evo into Gatsu. Then play tying card, choke him to 1. And then he activates another hero to pass turn. I play a Zoe, take a little look. We do have a target. There's a Gaia Force in there. Then choke him to 1. He draws. Promotes. Triggers hero to tuck a card, to draw a card and gain memory. Then he evos into Gammamon, chokes me to 1. And I promote my Gatsumon and Gaia Force him to set him to 7. I take advantage of the fact that he doesn't have any on deletions or protection effects. So he hatches, plays Gammamon, gets a Scourge on, adds hero and Beetle Gammamon. And he plays hero for 3 and then evos into Beetle Gammamon and choke me to 1. I hatch my Koro. I play Magna for 4, recover, and then minus 6,000 DP on him to nuke him, reset him again. I haven't played against Gammamon Tribal very much, so I'm being pretty cautious here. Alright, and he hard plays Gammamon for 8, sets us to 5. I evo into Shadow Seraphi for 4. I swing security, 12k, 1 check, survive, draw a card off Koro. Evo into Gatsumon and raising. And then play Kare to set him to 3. Alright, so he triggers one of his heroes, tucks a card, draws a card, gains a memory. And then triggers the other one, tucks a card, draws a card, gains a memory. Evos into Gammamon and raising. And evos into Seriousmon. Tucks a card in hand. Alright, so 3 memory. And there's the draw for Evo. Alright, so he has to delete my Gatsumon. He gets to trash the top card of my security, and my Shadow Seraphi is actually going to de-Evo his Seriousmon because of that. LOL. So now he's back to Gammamon. He didn't want to nuke my Shadow Seraphi because the Gatsumon would have kept him from being able to play back Gammamons from trash. So it's kind of in a rough spot. So he does beef up the Gammamon. It's 12k, so they do crash. He gets his 2 on deletions, and since he's turn player, all of his stuff is going to activate first. So I'm letting him trigger all of his stuff. His on play triggers. Ace Overflow does trigger though. So he goes to 5. Then I recover, and then I minus a billion DP on the Gammamon. Can't pop both though, unfortunately. It's a single targeting effect. So he goes into Ghoulless for 2. And then plays double hero to set me to my 3. So I want to save my Gatsumons for when he has on deletion effects. That's why I'm not promoting. So I evo into Zoe, trigger her effect. My security is plus 3,000 DP until the end of his turn. Swing security, tap tying Kari. He's 8k effective for 1 check. Check a Crimson Blaze. We do get nuked by that. And then I play another tying Kari, set him to 3. Alright, he promotes the Gammamon. Triggers one of his heroes, tucks a card, draws a card, gains a memory. Triggers another one, tucks a card, draws a card, gains a memory. Triggers another one, tucks a card, draws a card, gains a memory. It's kind of insane how many cards Gammamon can see once they start getting all those heroes in play. He goes into Gammamon. Taps all 3 heroes, makes him very big. Alright, so his 4 checks for 22,000 DP. Last check is a Gaia Force. He does have on deletions though. I don't really want to let him just play out a bunch of bodies. So I blow up the Gammamon. He tapped those 2 heroes to give him extra security checks, for those of you that were wondering. So he evos into Sirius for 3. And we have our first Chet here. I think he confuses Sirius with Arcturus, because I do not believe he has an Arcturus in his stack, but he does trigger Sirius's effect as if it were Arcturus. Tucks a card from his trash underneath Sirius. Sirius is actually just from hand. It's not game breaking, but it's definitely not what that card does. Then he evos into Proximamon for 3. And then he will also trigger his end of turn here. Tucks a card, tucks the Arcturus. And then I go to 7 from my Tyankaris. So his on deletion, he gets to play back 3 Gammamons. Sadly, we do not have a Guy Force in our hand, because that would be really cool. So I could just promote the Gatsu, Guy Force, choke him to 1, boom. Or Trident Gaia, either one. Either way is fine. So I evo into Zephyr for 2. Evo into Shaq for 4, recover 1, tap Kari, gain a memory. And would you look at that? We ripped a removal card. Trident Gaia for 8, blow up the Proximamon, trash the top card of his security. Gatsumon keeps his own deletions from triggering. Well, keeps them from activating, I should say. They do trigger, but... Alright, then he's at 6. Hatches his Gammamon. Evos into Gammamon. And then I remember to draw a card off my Koromon since I trashed his security. Almost missed it. Evos into Beetle for 2. And then Crimson Blazes me for 4. It does delete my Gatsumon. Sad. The secondary effect of Crimson Blaze doesn't affect my deck, though. I don't play Digimon by effects. And then he evos into Kanawaismon for 3. And then I go to 5 from Tyankari. Hatch Yoko. Evo into Gatsumon. Alright, I evo into Shadow Seraphi for 4. Then I swing security, tap Tyankari, so it's 14 effective for 1 check. Then I play Zoe for 3. We do have a target in here, Kazumon. And for some reason I forget to tap my Kari to choke him to 1. No clue why I forgot that. I don't think it's ultimately going to impact anything, but I could have given him 1 less memory, and I just decided not to for no reason. So he promotes his Kanawaismon. Triggers a hero, tucks 1, draws 1, gains memory, draws another card from Gurimon. Triggers second hero, tucks 1, draws 1, gains memory. Triggers third hero, tucks 1, draws 1, gains a memory. Yeah, see, ultimately I don't think it mattered much. And he evos into Sirius for 3. Triggers his effect, tucks Arcturus, and taps triple hero to make him 25,000 DP, and then triggers Sirius's effect to blow up my Shadow Seraphi. He triggers his Inheritable to trash a top card of my security, which does trigger and activate first, since he's turn player. And then my Shadow Seraphi recovers, and then minuses him by 12,000 DP. So now he's 13,000 DP. Then he swings with Sirius, taps double hero to give him 2 extra checks. So he's 13 for 3 checks. Checks a Crimson, and a Kari, and a Shaq. Unfortunately, nothing big enough to kill him. So he plays Wezen Gammamon, which unfortunately does have blocker. I go to 5 from Tyankari. I promote. Attempt to swing security with Gatsumon. He blocks. He dies. I trigger Yokomon, draw a card. I evo into Kazumon for 2, swing security. And hybrid for game. Let's go. So we do take game 1. By the way, if you guys enjoy this type of content, please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. And if you're interested in my yellow hybrid deck profile, the link will be in the pinned comment below. Alright, so he makes me go first for game 2. I hatch my Koro. Evo into Gatsumon. And then play Kari, set him to 4. He hatches Guri. And then hard plays Gammamon, searches top 3. Max value. Adds Kanawaismon and a hero. And then plays hero, and then I go to 3 from Kari. I promote my Gatsumon, swing security. Live, and then draw from Koro. Didn't expect him to live, but I will take it. Evo into Kaze for 2, and swing 5k. I die. And then play Tying Kari for 4. I'm being much more aggressive this game because I realize I can't just sit passively because he can potentially just set up a lethal swing on me if I wait too long. So beginning of turn, or beginning of main phase, he triggers hero, tucks 1, draws 1, gains memory. Also my hand kind of dictates that I need to be doing that. So he swings over my Gatsumon for 3k, no real reason not to. And then hard plays Cannon Weisspawn, gives me 4. And then I should gain a memory here from Tying Kari. I've already got him down to 3 security, but I miss it. Check counter number 2. Evo into Zephyr for 2. Attempt to swing over the Gammamon, and we are successful. And then I Gaia Force the Cannon Weisspawn, give him 6. Evo's into Gammamon. Having the Trident guy in hand with the Gatsumon and raising is pretty nice. He Evos into Ghoulish Gammamon for 2, because it means whenever I want I can promote and just pop his stack for free. He plays Hero for 3. And then Crimson Blazes for 5. He doesn't want me to get a free trek with the Zephyr, which is smart, because I definitely would have. I promote my Gatsumon. Continue being extremely aggressive. Swing, it dies. Hard play Magna, recover 1. And then Evo into Shadow Seraphi for 4. He promotes. Triggers hero, tucks 1, draws 1, gains memory, draws another card from Gammamon. Triggers second hero, tucks 1, draws 1, gains memory. Evos into Regulusmon. Trashes Arcturus for his effect. Taps double hero to beef up his Regulus. And then he realizes he trashes the wrong card, so he trashes the Siriusmon instead, then Evos into Arcturus. And then triggers Arcturus after Evoing into it to tuck the Sirius. So he does delete my Shadow recovers, and then nukes his Arcturus. He triggers, he has 3 on deletions. He gets to play Proximamon for free, and then triggers double Ghoulish to play back 2 heroes, or 2 Gammas, lol. Plays back double Searcher. First search, he gets max value, Gammamon and hero. Second search, not max value, bot decks double Crimson Blaze. And he actually illegally triggers the Regulusmon's pending on deletion to delete one of his Digimon. It actually can only delete your opponent's Digimon. The deletion does trigger the Proximamon effect to let him play out a guy for free. So check counter number 3. And then end of turn, he's going to trigger Proximamon to tuck the Arcturus. Chokes me to 1. I hatch. Alright, Trident Gaia, give him 7. Blow up the Proximamon, trash top card of security. Can't let that guy chill on the field. So he hatches Gammamon. Beginning a turn, beginning a main phase, he triggers 1 hero, tucks to gain memory, draw a card. Triggers second hero, tucks another one, draws a card, gains memory. Evos into Wezen for 2. Taps double hero to buff him up. Evos into Can for 3. Swings. Taps hero. 3 checks at 18,000. Gaia Force. Boom. He does not have any on deletions. I confirm and I delete the Cannon Weisspawn. Don't want to give him that 3rd check. No reason. Sadly, none of those checks were tamers. That would have been really good. Evos into another Can for 3. Evos into Gamma and Raising. And then Evos into Arcturus. Gives me 2. Triggers Arcturus effect. And he tucks a Ghoulish Gammamon. And then doesn't pop anything. I don't have anything in play. He gets to play out potentially 4 bodies if I blow it up. So I do not Gaia Force and I just Tying Kari. I'm hoping to set up just a lethal turn. He promotes. Triggers one hero, tucks a card, gains a memory, draws a card. Actually, illegally draws an extra card. I think he confuses his Gammamon with the RB1, so he actually drew an extra card off that. Doesn't trigger the other one, activates another hero. Swing security, taps double hero to give him 2 extra checks. 13, 3 checks. 1, 2, and 3. It survives, checks Zoe. No targets, sad. But 2 tamers and only 1 security is very good, especially when one of those tamers is guaranteeing me 2 extra memory. And I have 2 hybrids in my hand at least. And he evos into Wezin. And then I go to 4 from Tai and Kari. Evo into Solar and Raising. And sadly he does have a blocker, so I can't lethal him with what's in my hand. And I'm forced to Gaia Force something, so I Gaia Force the Wezin. I don't want to blow up the Arcturus, who's going to play 4 dudes out, and I would just get lethaled. So the Wezin does have an on-deletion, plays the Gammamon back, and then he draws for turn. Hatches Gammamon. Triggers one hero, tucks a card, draws a card, gains a memory. Triggers another hero, tucks a card, draws a card, gains a memory. Evos into Gammamon and Raising. Evos into Beetle Gammamon for 2. Taps double hero. Makes him big. Swing security with Arcturus. 3 checks at 13. So Beetle is 14. So we do hit the Gaia Force. I blow up the Beetle, and then second check goes through, and it's a Trident Gaia. Blows up his Arcturus, trashes the top card of his security. And then he gets to play Proximon from hand. And he triggers his Ghoulless Gammamon inheritables, or Ghoulless Gammamons in the stack. And this is actually Chet 5 and 6 here. He can't play the Wezin Gammamons back, and also everything should be suspended as being played back besides the Proximamon. And we are actually in turns. He is turn 0. He evos into Beetle for 2. Plays hero for 3 and chokes me to 1. Then I go to 3 from Tai and Kari. That's unfortunate. He has 2 blocks, and I do not have enough memory to swing for lethal 3 times. I'm turn 1, although if I can't kill him this turn, he's just going to win on his turn. So we're not going to actually end in a draw in this game. Either I kill him or he kills me. So I evo into Kaze for 2. Not sure exactly what I was hoping to rip. And if I had a Crimson Blaze at the beginning of this turn, I probably just would have won. But I do concede. I cannot kill him, and he is definitely going to kill me on his turn. We definitely would have won, though, without Chet's 5 and 6. But he does take game 2, so we end the match in a draw 1-1-0. But I appreciate you guys stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy seeing this kind of content. Want to go back for more. But until next time, see ya.